Hey guys, DoD Jollyman here. Just want to do a quick run through of the build order just to classical age of the double Valkyrie strat. I've been doing a little bit with Odin. Following this, there will be a couple of gameplays. They will be my recorded games that I'm just watching back, so I do apologize, it's not a point of view gameplay. I do personally prefer watching that myself, but yeah, let me know in the comments if you don't mind watching like a post analysis kind of go over of a game via the recorded games, or if you do prefer that we do capture these games via OBS while we're actually playing, so you get to see kind of the micro and the clicks. Anyway, let's jump into this build. We'll just show you this one, nothing too crazy, but yeah, get to see it from a first person and how it goes. So we're going to start with Dwarf, and then we're going to auto queue Gatherers. These guys are going to come out, and we're just going to walk just out of the town center range here, drop our house with the Berserk, and then we can attack this guy. And you can do a little blocking with the Ox card. It's not the best, but you can get a little bit in, you know. Maybe micro this guy back. And so we get 3 favor for that, so that's really important. Now we're going to drop Great Hunt, give ourselves another Hippo, and just do some scouting with the Berserk. So yeah, pretty standard. It's just, you know, a little different. We're not pulling that hunt into the town center. We need that favor, okay? And then, so 1 on wood, and then one to food. So yeah, just pretty standard if you know Odin builds so far. We're just making sure that we are getting the favor. So that's kind of the theory on this build here. So that we can obviously get that Valkyrie out straight away. And making dwarves when you can. So this one's going to go to wood. Make sure you don't miss your dwarves. I just already had to record this twice because I missed one of my dwarves and it does mess things up. So just being mindful that when you get the 60 gold, you're going to drop that dwarf out. And then queuing over into this. So with the hunt, just be careful with it sometimes. I've had this mistake happen to me, is if this kind of runs out when this villager's coming out, this villager might just start attacking another hippo and then draw the town center fire, or you'll have to do some swifty micro and get him out in there. So yeah, just be mindful. And then after this villager, we're going to get our 3rd dwarf. And we're going to go up to 7 on food. So we need to get to 18 favor for this Valk. We're going to go a couple to wood there. So we can get 6 favor, or we can get 8 favor off the chickens, and then 3, 6. So we're gonna have the favor for this. It's gonna be absolutely fine. Just force drop them, get the temple down in good time. Then we're gonna go another ville after this, and this ville's gonna come kill some chickens. They are free range, so don't worry. And then after this, 1 more dwarf. So I like doing 415s at the moment. It's just, I just feel better about life when I do. I'm not in a rush. Yeah, that 15 seconds. Maybe we could min-max this build a bit more to do it in 4 minutes. But yeah, I'm not stressed on doing a 415 here. So we're going to hit these. There's our 18 favor, very good. Get a couple of hearses out, they're always good to have. You will need them. And then we're going to auto queue dwarves onto gold to start with in the classical age. So all pretty standard stuff, nothing too crazy. Now that we've got this one here, what I'm going to do with the last one is I don't want to hunt this out here. So we're just going to come back in, bit of TC fire, and We can probably kill this. No dramas. Alright, you should be able to get to her. Sorry, I missed that one because I was yapping, but that's all good. And we're going to get the instant Valk. We can drop that. We can drop that. Whatever we need. We're just going to go to 6 and then make gatherers. Something like this. And then we're going to have our second Valkyrie at 435-ish, okay? So now we have 2 Valks. We can hit from both sides. 2 if there's a location to hit, and then when they both get low, you just come out and you heal them, alright? And then they stay alive forever, okay? So that's the gist of the build. Like I said, there's going to be a couple of games after this, so you can see it in live action and how it might look. And hopefully you guys get to go try it out in your games. Would love to hear how it goes. Obviously, if you have any improvements, etc. on it, okay? Other little thing is, yeah, after this, these dwarves are out. I obviously put gatherers onto this so they don't, you know, fully rot away. And then maybe add a few more to wood, depending on who you verse and what you need to make, of course. So, yeah, we can't go too much further on build orders now. Everything after this is decision making and scouting your opponent and knowing what to do, okay? So, yeah, thanks for that one. Hope you enjoy the couple of games coming after this one, guys. Cheers. Hello and welcome everyone, DoD Jollyman here. I just wanted to share with you guys a game I played recently on the ladder. I met my fellow clanmate Firefox here, and we played Odin and Hades on Megapolis. So this one here I wanted to show you because I was kind of mucking about, and I was really wanting to kind of mid-max favor in the archaic and transition to classical, so that you could either make 2 Valkyries straight away, or maybe just get the upgrade. It was kind of map dependent. But in this case, this was kind of the perfect map to start with this, because I can use the zebra while I get enough bills out, then I can switch to the rhinos. And what happens here is that when your TC joins in on killing aggressive hunt, you don't get as much favor. So I really want to get all the favor from these guys. You know, if this wasn't a rhino start and was like a hippo or a buffalo or aurochs or something, you know, I'd actually go out of the TC range with my first 3 villages and kind of micro them back to like a tower, and then can do some in and out garrisoning from the tower to keep your bills quite healthy. But yeah, anyway, in this case, this is about as good as it gets. I've tested on a few different maps. You do kind of need a map with aggressive hunt to get the favor. If you're just on normal, you know, zebra, gazelle type hunt, etc., you'll have to great hunt it, but you're just not going to get as much favor, which will kind of leave you just going for, is it the Dislot, or I can't remember the name, but the upgrade to make the shield maiden Valkyries there. So in this case, yep, got lucky. So we're going to make use of the map. So we're going to try and get a double Valk out, okay? So that's just the spiel before the game. But yeah, right now, really standard stuff for Odin, you know, it's, you know, 3 food, you get 2 on wood, so you have your temple, and then you just make dwarves whenever you get 60 gold. So right now, nothing to write home about, apart from my idle villages. So yeah. So we managed to sort of kite that one around and not have the TC get in. As you can see, I've already got 5 favor here, okay? So I think the Valkyrie's 18, and then the upgrade's another 10. So we'll just have a look at how that happens and how we get the favor.
Yeah.
I think I can't remember how fast I up on this one. I think I just go for a 4-minute because I'm like Valks early. Let's get some pressure. But no, it's going to be a 4:15. That's kind of fine. Honestly, at the moment, I've been leaning into offing a little bit later. I just think players have adjusted, and, you know, over time, people learn how to defend better. I know Boyd covers this quite a bit. But, you know, general feeling of the game and how my opponents are playing at the moment. Yeah, enjoying the 4:15. So come over. We've got a lot of chickens. So, yeah, look, this is a perfect map for it. So take it with a grain of salt. Definitely jump in skirmish and have a look yourself. But as you can see, I now have 19 favor. So that means as soon as I advance and after the Circa, we can get another Valkyrie out. And we're going to do some damage. So with these here, it's a shame I didn't record this one point of view. But basically, I just put in control group 1, control group 2. and I can easily quickly flick between them and keep an eye on them. And so we're going to get some early raids in. So look, we can avoid the Ajax this side. We're now going to come in this side with another Valk. Obviously just dropping some great hauls, nothing too special. Kind of feeling the waters out here. You can see I'm not really committing to units straight away. I don't really see him making many, and I see a military academy now. And he's sort of going for the Minotaur upgrade, kind of cheese in your base. So yeah, we're both sort of just trading on with units to get some damage done. So that's sort of what's playing out right now. Obviously taking a bit of damage, but you'll see the value from the 2 Valkyries is that I don't really care if I take any damage. I don't have to babysit a low health Valk now. I can just heal these guys up. And I like to only go about like 60 gold, and then I'm putting out gatherers to my food sources. So able to kind of win these early skirmishes. You know, I kind of feel just like Norse has a little bit more of the military tempo early. Greek obviously a bit scarier when they get towards more of those death balls. But as you can see, my Valks are now full health. And I can even take these fights versus these Minos, right? I can fight this guy. We can trade some HP. He can't heal this. Pretty hard to get some raids in, as you can see, like double Sentinel Tower. You know, we're not going to win the game right now. Upgrades wise, we probably, yeah, we're getting in a pickaxe hand axe now. I see he's like quite defensive. There's not too many units to worry about, so I'm gonna just grab my economy ups. And just try to keep somewhat active on the map. So I'm just keeping eyes on the town centers. I don't want him to grab those for free. The gold situation, it's pretty open and in the middle, so I should be able to keep tabs on that with my units. He's still kind of trying to bother me with these Minotaurs. No worries. We're managing to deal that with the hearses. Why I like the Great Hall opening as well. You get the raiding cavalry to give you kind of the map tempo, but they can easily obviously make hearses when you need to. It's quite a sloppy game, guys. You are going to see like idols and villages all over the show, but you know that's what makes Age of Mythology fun, right? We're not always here for the crispiest, cleanest game. We want a bit of fun involved. So just getting more hearses out, and I'm kind of moving over to this hunt. So as I'm moving out here, I'm really trying to be like putting on some pressure and say, you know, hey, I'm here, you have to worry about me. So maybe he's not thinking about this. This was a really risky take, but I didn't really want to jump onto the goats so early. So we're going to keep the pressure up and just deal with the pressure in the base. So he's going to come in again with more pressure. We're going to counter with some raids as well. So always a good thing to remember, guys, is, you know, you don't have to play directly into the opponent. You know, you can trade back the other way and say, hey, look, I'm down to lose some vills. I'm going to make you lose some vills. Kind of mess up people's like game plan, right? Like, how can you play the game in this messy position? Or are you just kind of like a cookie cutter? I learned like a world in the strat, and if it doesn't go to plan, then life gets tough. So the wall's really helping out here. Like when I think about walling, you know, you don't need to wall in your front entrance, right? You can have decent protection from your buildings, but these back walls, they stop the movement coming in and out of your base. They have to interact and come forward and move with your army. So really important. I see him making this TC. I tried to send everyone over, but he came out with a lot of builds. So when I see this TC, you know, you've kind of got two options. One is you just go heroic and then try push and punish. The other option is just match your TC yourself. And I'm going to go for the TC option because I got to move out for gold. So I'd rather get the TC, get a little more army out, and then play that way. So my job with these is just, you know, I know he's going to be on second gold very shortly. So I'm just trying to, you know, make him hurt to move up for that. He gets a really nice raid with these miners in the villages, kills a lot. Once again, I'm sort of trading back, as you can see. A little forest fire down, nothing great happening there. That was a forest fire. And Firefox playing nice and defensive. He's accumulated a lot of favor here, so he's able to get another set of sentinels. Really try to fortify this. He knows he really needs this gold mine. Now, I missed the gold mine here. When I did actually look over physically in the game, I saw the rubble and was like, oh, there's a gold mine there. But I do spend a bit of this game not knowing that he could be mining here, which was unfortunate, but that's all good. And just making sure with Norse that, you know, you're just constantly making buildings. To be honest, this isn't even quite enough. I could have a bit more. And really like the Valkyries here because, you know, they do trade decently into myth units, as we saw earlier, and they've got the speed to kind of deal. You know, the Hearser can be a bit slow at getting places, so these Valkyrie feel really, really nice. He hasn't moved to this gold mine yet, but, you know, he's solidifying up this position here. He gets more cheeky Minotaurs sneaking in, but we do manage to clean those up, so that one's all good. More Valkyries coming out now. We've accumulated a lot of favor. We had a lot of food sitting in the bank, so yep, let's get those out. Looking back at this one now, I've got a lot more army. This really shouldn't be enough to survive and defend. Probably play this a bit incorrectly, so first time watching back now, so this will be quite interesting. I'm up heroic. I've got the resources. I really want to get a hill fort on here. And I just need to not over push for my RC in here right now. They kind of just need to be sitting here. He drops the curse, and I counter with the frost, and this is a really big mistake from me. This thing is going up no matter what, and I just want to hold frost because he doesn't want to do another big restoration until that's gone. So, a little bit of a mistake. But that's okay. We get the hill fort up in this position, so we have a bit of pressure. But he has moved nicely over to this side, and we'll be gathering gold from there from a little bit. So I just want to put some pressure on him heroic. We had a longer classical, got quite a few bills. Ecos are feeling pretty decent. So I'm okay to try push here. The Greek army really, really strong here. Probably wasn't microing the throwing Axemen properly enough onto those hoplites. They've probably been attacking, you know, a hero or a myth unit. You know, these aren't like a ox or a chariot archer. Their DPS is a lot better, obviously, into infantry, being more of a counter unit. So he's, I've sort of managed to let him accumulate a little bit of a mass, and he can kind of push me back. So I want to keep the game slightly lower pop here. I don't necessarily want him having a full critical mass and another restoration. So I'm going to kind of force the issue. Resto obviously being a lot more valuable with more units. So if I can keep the pressure on and take these small skirmishes, it's going to allow us to get up a hill fort again. I'm searching around because I'm sus because I don't see any villages here. So I'm like, where's he getting gold? You know, it's taking me a little bit long to work that one out. And you can see I start sending raiding cavalry out of my home all around here because I can push here as long as I want, but you know, if I don't stop any gold or take some good villager kills, it's going to be really hard to push into the Hades. You know, in a vacuum, 1-to-1, pushing like this with Sentinels, Fortress, down center. You know, that's playing into Hades strength. But obviously, we have other things we can do. So to be able to crack through here, I need to really start forcing this. So we start swimming out more Valkyries. While we sort of try mass Huskars in the front. Obviously they're just going to be able to tank super well. And the Valkyries are going to get a lot of value here. Another Sentinels comes down. Firefox is accumulating favor. And he does well. He's going to get the Chiron out here and sort of send me back. While all of that's going down, this gives me a pretty good opportunity to push a bit harder here. And now I know his Chiron's over here. I'm just going to run my Valkyries and join in on this fight. And if the Chiron ever comes here, then I just train more Valkyries and go this way. So the Valkyries come in and they really, really help us fight. I'm going to get able to make a pretty nice push here. I don't actually remember in the game when I got the shield maiden upgrade. I remember it being pretty early, so I'm sorry I skipped over that one there, guys. But basically when you get 200 gold and 10 favor, you get that. And you should be getting decent favor from the early raids of the Valks as well. And I'm able to start sending the Valkyries in this side again because I see the Chiron, just like I said before. So we're going to be sending them in. As Achilles comes out, that's fine. Once again though, we're forcing a hero on the other side of the map. And at that point, Firefox does call that one GG. Pretty sloppy game from both of us. I know Firefox wasn't super happy with how he played. That happens. I know he's a really good player. Probably beats me more than I beat him, to be fair. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of showcase kind of mid-maxing that favor and the pressure you can get with the double Valks early. You know, imagine this wasn't even like a Hades. It's someone else who's going to struggle dealing with that a bit. You know, Achilles and the Sentinels do really help on the defense, but there'll be gods that just don't have the same tools to manage that. Okay, so hope you found this one interesting, guys. Yeah, and we'll hope to see you around for the next games coming out on the DoD channel. Thank you. Hey guys, DoD Jollyman here. Just adding in another video of this Odin double Valk strat I've been doing. So yeah, let's crack into this one. I did the other one before on Hades, so we'll show this one here again. This one, obviously with the one on Megapolis, I started with the Zebra, which makes things really easy, but this time I do have some aggressive hunt to start on and just have to micro that to start. So we'll crack in and see what we do. So I'm going to take the first 3 vills, they're going to come over to the Hippo, and I'm just going to make use of this tower to garrison in and out of and just, you know, save a bit of villager HP there. Dwarf's going to come over, going to make himself a ox cart. You know, usually you wouldn't do this, but because we have to, you know, do this and get the hunt, and we can't use the TC to shoot the hunt because we'll lose favor, he's just got to build his own ox cart for once. That's all good. We're going to drop Great Hunt here. I really like this because, especially into the set matchup, I can't guarantee getting outside hunt later if he goes full classic fight, right? So do this, I'll get 3 more favor off this guy, we'll have another 600 food in our base, and we'll be living the dream, okay? So 3, we do the dwarf. Like I said, it's just a standard build order. After the dwarf, we do, you know, want the wood, then we do another villager to food, so there's 4, and then we do another villager to wood, so there's 2. And now we just go dwarves, up to 3 dwarves before the temple, and then just add the food. So yeah, nothing crazy there with the build. The key is just obviously knowing that we have to get this favor right, but I think I spoke about that in the other one. So we'll just go ahead and play fast here a little bit. So in this matchup here, obviously they can go Anubis or they can go Ptah. Both are a problem and pretty hard for Norse to deal with, particularly Odin. Odin probably has the hardest time into Egyptian out of all of the Norse gods. For Seti is massive for Thor and Loki, and then obviously Freya has the Ulla playstyle and access to Huskarls, etc. And then, you know, defensive boar and other things going on. So Freya has some answers there. So we've actually gone 3 here to wood. Oh yeah, because we've got our 7 on food. Cool, so now we've got our 7 on food. That's what we need to advance. We're going to add to wood. We're going to get 4. And then I've actually been doing this 415. I spoke about it in the other video. So this one's going to go to food, but we're going to hit our chickens. 1 more dwarf and advance. Get our ravens out, go scouting. And as you can see, our favor, we have 17, and then when we kill this one here, we'll have, you know, we'll get 20, but we'll have the 18 required for the Valk. Couple of Hursa out. You can get 2 Hursa out before you advance. I should cancel one of these. We'll see. I mean, if they don't come out super straight away, yes, it's not the end of the world. So we're going to have 3 Hursa, and then our Valk's going to come out. That's all good. Quick little heal of the villies. And we're going to go Great Hall Longhouse here because, you know, it's going to be an Egyptian, you know, classic fight army comp. We're going to need a bit of both here more than likely. Checking out the Ravens to see what's going on. And we've got both of our Valks out coming over this base. First one's here, you know, by 5 minutes. So we're going to force a little bit of idle time here. You know, it's set. There's Wadgets, there's Priests, there's Pharaohs, there's Towers. You know, don't expect you're going to be getting a whole lot straight away, but forcing that idle time, making him feel like he's got to be in his base, these are all really good things as a Norse player. Give yourself that time and the pressure's not on you, you know. So once again, we can just be healing. I've got the Disablock pre-queued, so when that 10 favor comes through, which should do very shortly, there we go, it's going to come through and it's going to make these Valks really, really strong. And so here, we're just going up to 6 on gold, we're adding a bit more to wood, and we've got some on food, you know, just usual classical macro there. And then we're just going to get our buildings out. You know, right now I've not seen too much from him, but he does have an army now. And so if he wants to leave his base, then, you know, we're gonna come in and say, how are ya? So we're going to have a look around. Obviously, Set has the hunt here still and everything, so it's hard to get some raids, but yeah, with this many units, you should be able to find something. So we're going to find a nice raid here. He does do a little bit of pressure here too. So we get a couple of Vil kills, I believe, maybe one, or just damage them, but once again, and then we come out and look how quickly we can just heal each other up. Boom, done, and we're off again. So really, really nice. The other thing I should be doing with these, that I was told by Raffle today, is Odin generates more favor. So killing all of these will give you an absolute ton of favor. So after I've done this heal, I could have killed all of these off. You know, I could come here, kill this. Just start killing all the hunt around the map, something I'm going to start incorporating in my gameplay, and boost that favor. Because you can see it's quite low now, and the Valks are really our answer to win a fight here, okay? So we know our gold mine's running out here. Look, I don't want to go heroic. I don't want to spend 1,300 resources, go heroic. I have less army. It's only going to give me Walking Woods or Frost. I'm not going to win a fight with that. The Frost will end and then I'll die. And then, you know, Walking Woods probably isn't going to cut the mustard here. I definitely prefer the Frost Giants, the Skadi upgrades, the food upgrades, all of that good stuff from Skadi. And so we don't really need to leave our base with this army yet. You know, we'll march over to the gold mine when they're ready. Or we can just run around and be annoying with these guys, as you can see. You know, he has to put some respect into this. And that allows me to come out to my gold mine and give me some time. So it's really important that you do something to do something else. So yeah, we're not finding too much. If we look at the map, you know, he's only just come out to this gold mine here and he's got his whole army here. But once again, the pressure's not on me. So I'll be able to get some walls in and get set up. We can move out for more food, all of that good stuff. Bit of miss micro here. The Wadgets still do really good into those myth units. And so here's kind of starting to feel a little dicey. We've got Nephthys incoming with the Ancestors and a big Death Wall push. Thinking about these buildings, I don't really like them. I think they should just be here, because if I push and lose, like, if I have to retreat back and then regather, then this is really hurting me. So these are all probably not great. I'd prefer them here, and then future ones I can use to make a wall. But I need more than 2 Great Hall production now, so I need these. They need to be back here, okay? So we're just getting full pop. Once we're full pop, which we are now, our resources will accumulate and we can go heroic. Now fight breaks out, and this is a really great time to raid. I'm going to get tons of damage here while this fight's going on up here. I sort of mismicroed this, and my buildings actually hurt me in this fight in the end. But we get a ton of damage. You'll see the Vil counter here. So we just need to get out. Get out, fight another day, wait for this to end, let these guys do the damage. If you keep your Vils and most of your army alive, then you can play from there. So don't feel you just have to take this fight because your second gold mine's there. You can pull back, find some advantages elsewhere, switch to another gold mine. So he does a nice play and shifts over here. I do think he should have gone with all of his army here, because I'm going to come over here and I can mop this up. If this was his whole army, then I couldn't fight it, but then obviously I can then switch some villages to this side. So we get a nice cleanup. These guys have killed so many villagers, and we are just, yeah, spamming Valkyries out, so making life really nice for us here. And he feels like he's got to kill me, you know, he's got to get the pressure on. But probably not a fight he should be taking. But he's lost a lot of villagers, so, you know, the longer this game goes now, he's going to feel like really behind. And yeah, just the amount of Valkyries here really carrying that fight. So yeah, I had a bunch out in the end. So yeah, a couple of, you know, this is what I've been doing. As you can see, it's quite a standard Odin playstyle. You're not doing anything weird or unusual or cheesy. You know, you're still making a usual build order, but we're just getting that favor and we're just getting a lot of value out of these early Valkyries. So hopefully people find this interesting. Maybe if people like it, we might start seeing it on the ladder, which would be really cool to see. Because I think this is quite an interesting way to play. I don't think I'm the only one doing this. I'm sure I'm not. I'm sure there's other people that have theory crafted something like this, but really want to share this one with you guys. Obviously Odin probably not in the greatest spot at the moment, but a really fun god to play nonetheless. And you know, that's why we should be playing. We should be having fun. So it's nice to have some difficult matchups, think about them, try come up with some answers, and finding those solutions, and that's really rewarding for me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll catch you for future videos over on the DoD channel. Thank you, everyone.